On some breaking news, Helen Zille of the DA is claiming that black people are fighting for land, but they already have the land. What she means is that the kings and the chiefs of black tribes and black kingdoms are already in charge or are already in possession of the land. She went on and made an example with KwaZulu-Natal, KZN. 73% of KZN's land is in the hands of the kings and the chiefs in KZN. So, yeah, black people have the land because their kings are the ones who are in possession of the land. That's what she's saying. I don't know how accurate this is. I don't know what people of KwaZulu-Natal have to say about this. But I want you guys to listen to her so you can hear her properly.
Fertile land that is in very large measure in black hands produces very little food and almost no jobs. The Ingonyama Trust. Why? Beautiful, fertile land. Why isn't it producing huge amounts of food and large numbers of jobs? Because you can create hundreds of thousands of jobs in agriculture if it's done properly.
However, South African land is not in black hands. Majority of South African land is not in black hands.
Let's look at the fertile land. Let's just look at the fertile land. The last figure I saw was that 73% of KwaZulu-Natal is in black hands. That is seriously fertile land. Rain, sun, everything you want. Now look at that land and say, is it producing food and jobs? Because that's what you want land for. You want land so people can get jobs and they can eat. That's the value of land to a country and to individuals, jobs and food. Now, why is our most fertile land not producing jobs and food? That is the most fundamental question about land we need to be asking in South Africa. Meanwhile, people want to come and fight about land in the Western Cape, which is not fertile. It takes incredible working to produce food off the Western Cape farms, mostly. Not all, but mostly. We need to be concentrating on, I think it's over 50% in the Eastern Cape that is in black hands, and the 73% in KwaZulu-Natal that is in black hands.
You just heard Helen Zille, of course, interviewed by the great King David Mashabela. Shout out to the old man. We see the great work you're doing. We are inspired. We are motivated every day. Salute. So, Helen Zille is saying black kings are the ones in possession of the land. And I agree with her, you know, because in Limpopo, I'm from Limpopo. I, for one, my grandfather had farms, you know, before he passed on. So there is land for us and people, his grandchildren and his children, you know, preserved for us. He was one of those people investing in the future. So we get to inherit some of those farms and some of those lands. In Limpopo, there is plenty of land. My parents have their own stand. My grandparents, where there's a family house, they have their own stand. I also have my own stand, my own land, myself. My younger brothers have inherited a piece from my grandfather's farms. And if people in Limpopo, some of them, their grandfathers didn't leave land for them, but majority of land was left behind for a lot of people. Some people just chose to resell that land to the kings and the chiefs, and then they got money. If you're from Limpopo, you know what I'm talking about. Majority of people chose to resell the lands of their forefathers, you know, and get money. That's what happened to majority of people. So, but in Limpopo, land is very cheap. 1.5, 1.7, you can get like a piece of land where you can build like a big ass house and still have some space, you know, for farming. In Limpopo, it happens like that. And I'm sure even in other provinces, you go to the chief, you buy the land. You go to the king, you buy the land. But if I try to interrogate properly, what is it that black people are fighting for when it comes to the land? I think they're fighting for the occupied private property around the land that really has the minerals, you know, like the mines. Such land is a private property, but under it, there's diamonds, there's gold. And I think that's what they want. And like, can you please like make me understand, you know, what is it that black people want from the land? Because now when I interrogate it properly, I start getting confused. You know, do you want to own this whole country and it just be on black people? Or what is it? Because it's starting to get confusing to me as a journalist and as a reporter of news. But I hope I will understand and I'll come back again with proper information of how I can put this debate properly. But I, for one, and my family members don't have to worry about land. There's plenty of land for us in Limpopo. But in Jozi, we have to buy the property. We have to buy the land. So I don't know if black people are fighting for that in Jozi. They want land in Jozi because Jozi is the city of gold. Because back at home, it's not that hard to get land. But hey, can you open my mind? Please. Thank you very much.